You have a tire pressure sensor fault? Let's talk about it. Hey there, viewers. Today I'm working on a Ford Focus again, but this applies to any car. If you got the little tire light on your dash, some of them have a tire pressure sensor fault that'll actually pop up, and some of them just have the little tire light. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so it'll either be indicated by something along the lines of this, or you might have something that looks like that. Little orange light. That lets you know that you've got a tire pressure sensor fault. Now that tire light translates to a sensor that's actually inside your tire. When you see that light on in your dash, the first thing you want to do is check your tire pressure. There's a sensor located inside of the rim, either on the very back of the valve stem or inside the rim itself. There's a band clamp on some of them where the sensor is actually mounted to the rim itself. But that sensor tells the car exactly how much tire pressure you have and when it's low or below threshold. So when you see the light come on, the first thing you do is you check your tire pressure and make sure that it's up to the manufacturer's requirements or suggestion. Now where you can find that suggestion is inside your door frame. You open up your door, every car somewhere in the door jamb area will have this, and it tells you what size tire that you should have on your car and what the air pressure should be. This one's 35 PSI, same for front and rear. Now, important thing to note about that TPMS, that sensor has a little tiny battery in it, like a watch battery, but it is non-replaceable. And it wouldn't matter if it was replaceable because you can't get to it. It's inside the tire. You got to dismount the tire to get to that sensor. Typically, if you check your air pressure and your air pressure is correct on all four tires, the next thing is probably one of the sensors is bad. If you go to a tire place, they can inspect it. They can scan your tire pressure sensors and find out which one's bad and replace as necessary. They typically run anywhere between $70 to $100 a piece, unless you go to the dealership, in which case you can double that number easily. Usually on your tire, you'll also notice that somewhere on there, it'll tell you what the PSI cold is. On this one, it's 51 PSI is the maximum pressure for this tire when it's cold. Now, obviously you'd want to go with the information on your door jamb rather than the tire. You'll also notice that there's a DOT code, and that tells you when the tire was manufactured, 2522. This was manufactured the 25th week of 22. So these tires aren't very old. Now, there's a couple things I would like to point out. Typically, you want to inspect your tires after about 5 years. Make sure you don't have any kind of dry rotting going on or bubbles in the tires, any uneven tread wear that would make the tire unsafe, but also check the tire depth. Typically, tires last between 6 to 8 years. Sometimes they'll make it to 10, but you do want to look for the dry rotting. Now, a tire shop would typically use a tire depth gauge to check and see what your life of your tire is, but you can do it with the penny. The penny test looks like this. You better do it while you can. They quit making these things. You put it upside down where Lincoln's head is towards the tire. You can see the top of Lincoln's head with this penny in here. Your tires are pretty bald. You need to replace those. Now on this side of the car, we can actually see some dry rotting in these tires. And if we go back to that DOT number on this one was made on the 49th week of 2019. Once you start seeing the dry rotting, that's a possibility for a blowout. Replace that tire. I hope you found this information helpful. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.